Hey guys, welcome back to my video. Topic today is Libya Offshore platform did offshore reality of neglect to oil sector. Oil workers say poor maintenance, absence of safety and outdated infrastructure are major challenge to K industry. A worker at Zavia oil refinery some 40 kilometers west of Tripoli gesture while on a Facebook sharing pattern the death of four Tunisians last month at an offshore oil platform in Libya has highlighted concern about the country again oil infrastructure which has suffered a decade of neglect and repair to shut down. The four workers were killed and another seriously injured on 5 November while working at Libya offshore oil platform, where they were trying to disconnect a redundant floating tank. The infrastructure connecting the tank to the platform collapsed after a metal cable snapped, plunging the workers and tons of steel into the sea. The floating tank, named Sulut after the Libya town where resistance hero Omar al-Mukhtar was executed by Italian colonialists in 1931, had been out of service for 4 years, having been replaced. It was sold for disposal and scrapping to a Libyan businessman who had employed a Tunisian company to disconnect Suluh and bring it offshore. Malita Oil and Gas, a joint venture between Italy, Eni, and Libya, National Oil Corporation, or NOC, which operates the Al Buru platform, confirmed that although it provided assistance and support following this incident, it was not directly involved as the vessel was owned by a third party. A Libyan shipping source told Middle SI that Suluh had been attacked to the platform since 1988, meaning any connecting infrastructure was most likely trusted solid. A plan outlining removal procedures including safety factors and anti-pollution measures should have been submitted prior to any work being carried out. This is the case, yet either been inadequate, not carefully studied, or not properly implemented, leading to the accident and loss of life. A month earlier, a nearby oil platform operated by Libya Mabruk Oil Operation was the scan of a significant oil spill following a safety beach. There was a leak in the platform rubber loading hose, which was to hook it up to an oil tanker. The hose should have been checked before loading, but there was some kind of mistake and it leaked, causing spill. An engineer working at the platform told MAE or Mabruk did not reply to a request for comment. Like other oil engineers we made interviewed, he spoke on a condition of anonymity as the was not authorized to speak to the press and avoid repercussions in the workplace. The NOC opened an investigation into the incident, but there has been no outcome yet, they said. Although the NOC announced that the leak was brought safely under control and had not reached Libya beaches, the engineer said they believed the shoreline had been contained independently. Student satellite image also indicate that the spill had not been contained as effectively as the NOC claimed. The NOC did not reply to a request for comment. The recent incident an offshore platform highlights several issues for the country's hydrocarbon sector. Upon which Libya economy depends worries extend to coastal and desert facility, part of which employees claim are scarcely fit for purpose due to inactivity and a long-term lack of the adequate maintenance. The government want to keep the oil flowing, but you cannot do that with facilities that have not been operating for a decade and have not been properly maintained. There are real safety concerns at the facility where I work monthly because of a corrosion to steel structure. Oil engineer Ahmed, not his real name, told me the government wants revenue from our hydrocarbons, so it wants to keep the oil flowing and all available facilities to be restarted, but you cannot do that with facilities that have not been operating for a decade and have not been properly maintained. Inadequate maintenance across Libya, a changed oil facility, and the lack of economic support to fund such work is no secret, and the NOS has repeatedly and openly spoken out about this. It became clear to us years ago during our maintenance of leaks that we need to allocate budget urgently to rehabilitate our deteriorate infrastructure. We explained the situation to the successive to government as well as the Ministry of Oil and Gas, said the NOC chairman Mustafa Sanalla in a statement published on the company website. This followed as a serious island in an equivalent to rupture that took in the late October after a sudden drop of pressure, which required the temporary closure and urgent repairs. Despite the clarification of the situation in all its transition and its respect to repercussions on protection and the revenues, we have yet to receive a single dirham, he said. The UN-backed Government of National Unity, established in March this year, has not had its requested LYT 96 billion or $21 billion budget approved by a parliament, leaving it able to spend only the equivalent of the previous year's LYT 38.5 billion or $8.5 billion budget. Any money disbursed to the NOC has primarily been able to cover only the basic running costs, and there is no ever and the cost and is now higher near the sums required to adequately maintain, let alone upgrade Libya hydrocarbon sector. Reducing or postponing budget has caused out losses in the preserving the country. Oil capabilities is an absolute priority, said Sanalla. The delay in the providing budget has exacerbated the difficulties we are facing. The working teams of the operating companies are working day and night to limit the continuation of leaks. Oil flowing, but for how long? Libya lost billion in oil revenue during an 8-month blockade of key facilities starting 2020 by supporter of Khalifa Haftar, commander of the Libyan National Army. After a repressment between rival government, followed by the establishment of the GNU, the NOx has brought Libya oil output back up to 1.3 million barrels per day on PPD, and there are ambitions to ramp this up to million PPD by the end of the 2022. And the delays providing budget has exacerbated and the difficulty we are facing. The working team of the operating companies are working day and night to limit the continuation of leaks. and Libya lost billions of oil revenue during an 8-month